الرحمن علم القرآن. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is our second video of lesson number 2. In first video we talked about the first 3 lines of the speech, huruf muraqqabat, compound letters connected to each other, and in this video inshallah we will talk about the rest of the letters. So these 2 letters, well, the second letter is still the same, that straight line is Aleph, but the first one is the half shape of Dot, because if you remove the second letter, well, this is the first half shape of Dot, the head of Dot. So the first letter is Dot and the second is Aleph. So it's Dot and Aleph. And the next letters are, the first is Ta, and this shape of the letter, like this letter, the shape of this letter, it does not change even if it is connected. It is, now this one is connected to the next letter Aleph, but it is still the full shape of Ta, and it's still the same letter. So the shape of these 2 letters, this one Ta and the next one Za, the shape of these 2 letters, they don't change, it remains the same even if it is connected. Okay, so the letters are Twa, Aleph, Twa, Aleph. And the next letter, well, the second letter is again Aleph, but the first letter, well, the difference between the 2 you can see is that the first one does not have a dot and the other one has a dot on top. So the one does not have dot is called Twa, and the one has a dot on top is Za. So one is Twa Aleph and the other is Za Aleph, Za Aleph. And this letter, well, this is the half shape of Mim. Mim, if it is connected to the next letter, it looks like this. So it is Mim Aleph, Mim Aleph. And the next, well, as you can see this, it looks like Ha. Let me show you Ha on the first page. Well, here it is. This is what Ha looks like. So this is the full shape of Ha. So now look at the other one here. So it is the same shape, but the only difference is that this one is connected to the next letter. So it's Ha Aleph. And the next one, this, well, the second letter is again Aleph, but the first one, this is, well, it's not the real shape of this letter. It doesn't look like this when you see it on the first page. When you read, when you see it like and as an individual letter, but here it is the shape of Kaf. Kaf, the light sound. Hold on, let me show you here. That's the letter, this one, Kaf. It is the full shape of Kaf, but this letter Kaf, if it is connected to the next letter, especially Aleph, because it has 2 different shapes if it is connected to the next letter. So here it is connected to Aleph, so only if it is connected to Aleph or Lam, then it will be this shape of Kaf. Otherwise it will be a bit different shape. It's this. Now this letter is Kaf. Most of the times Kaf looks like this if it is connected. So it is one of the shapes of Kaf, and this one is another shape of Kaf. So they are both Kaf. It's exactly the same letter. So as I said, Kaf, the shape is different because this one is connected to Aleph. So it will be this shape of kaf if it is connected to alif or lam. Hold on, let me show you. So if it is like this, lam, kaf and lam, it will again be this shape. But if it is connected to any other letter, like other than kaf, other than alif or lam, then it will be this shape of kaf. So this and this, it is the same letter kaf, but are two different shapes. Okay. Now this one, well, the second letter is the full shape, and remember, the last letter of the word will always be in its full shape. Like here, there are only two letters, so the second letter is the full shape of the letter. And as you can see here, again we have two letters. So the first one is the half shape of the letter, but the second is full shape of lam. So the last letter, or like every letter which is not connected to the next letter, that will always be in its full shape. So that is why here the first letter, well, it is easy to recognize. It is lam. It looks like lam. Well, it also looks like an alif, but remember, it cannot be alif, because alif cannot be connected to the next letter. You will never ever see alif connected to the next letter. Well, alif can be connected, but it can be connected to the previous letter. Like here in all these, it is alif is connected to the previous letter. Like here, alif is connected to the letter before. So it can be connected to the letter before, but it cannot be connected to the letter after alif. So there will always be a gap between alif and the next letter. So this one, since it is connected to the next letter, it cannot be alif, it can only be lam. So it is lam and alif. And alif isn't the only letter which is not connected. There are some other letters which cannot be connected. For example, dal, zal, ra, za, waw. These letters are not connected to the next letter, and also alif. So it is lam, ba. It can only be lam and ba. Okay, so now this one, as I told you that this is one of the shapes of kaf if it is connected to the next letter. So it is kaf, and the next letter is again ba. So kaf, ba. And here the first letter is again the same. It is kaf, and the next letter is the full shape of ta. And one more time, again the first letter is the same, and the second letter is the full shape of tha. And here the first letter again is kaf, and the next letter is the full shape of fa. It is the full shape because it is not connected to the next letter, because there is nothing after it. So a letter, if it is not connected, it is always the full shape of the letter. Okay, here. So we talked about twa here, that twa, even if it is connected to the next letter, it will still be the full shape of twa and za. So here again it is connected, but it's again the full shape of the letter. It's not the half shape, it's not even smaller in size. It's almost the same shape as we saw on the first page in individual letters. Okay, so the letters are twa, ba. And here the first one, this W looking shape, is the head of sin, the first half shape of sin. So the first letter is sin, and the other is the full shape of lam. And here it is the same letter, but it has three dots on top. So sin, if it has three dots on top, it is called sheen. So here the letters are sheen, lam. And here it is swad, the half shape of swad, and the next is the full shape of lam. So swad, lam. And this one, dod, half shape of dod, and the full shape of lam, dod, lam. And here it is the half shape of fa, and the next is the full shape of lam, fa, lam. So that is the full shape of lam, and that is the that is the full shape of fa, and that is the half shape of fa. So sometimes you see this like a circle, there's an empty space, but at here it is filled, there is no empty space. It doesn't look like a circle. So if it's the half shape of fa, then it looks like this, but these are both fas, so it doesn't matter if this circle is filled or is empty. If a circle type of shape, if it has a dot on top, it can only be a fa. And the same letter, the same shape, if it has two dots on top, like here, that is qaf. That will be qaf lam if it has two dots. But with one dot on top, it is fa lam. So remember, this is the half shape of fa, and this is the full shape of fa. So the letters are fa lam, and here you can see qaf. The difference between the two is only a dot. The shape of the letters is exactly the same. The only difference is that the first one, fa, has one dot on top, and the other one, qaf, has two of them on top. So fa lam and qaf lam. Okay, let's read all the letters one more time. This was dad, alif. The other was twa, alif. Za, alif. Mim, alif. Ha, alif. Kaf, alif. Lam, ba. Kaf, ba. Kaf, ta. Kaf, tha. Kaf, fa. Twa, ba. Sin, lam. Sheen, lam. Swad, lam. Dad, lam. Fa, lam. Qaf, lam. Okay, that's it for today. We'll see you inshallah in the next video. Till then, take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.